24分線のため115号の博多行きの到着です。
続いて8号車です。携帯電話はマナーモードに切り替えるなど、周りのお客様のご迷惑とならないようにご協力をお願いいたします。駅および車内への危険ご案内します。この列車は特急今日も特急稲城号をご利用いただきましてありがとうございます。この列車は特急稲城1号。
ご乗車ありがとうございました。まもなく豊川です。お出口左側です。ドアから手を離してお待ちください。まもなく豊川です。
願いいたします。蓋を出ますと次は電流表に止まります。長野区のご乗車お疲れ様でした。まもなく天竜峡に到着をいたします。出口は
2段目のお客様、2番線の電車へお回りください。12時50分発豊橋行きは血の池出た後入ってまいります。
うん は first day I saw you seems long ago. I still remember it was so cold, and you were warm and I was some green tea. You asked me, can you lend me sugar? You grabbed the shaking bowl and shook her, and you put all the sugar right on me. And what a crash, what a crash. Felt the sudden sugar rush as you sang me your apologies. And when the second day we met by chance, what a sweet coincidence to find the sugar girl right next to me. Decided it's time to introduce myself. Your name that came with an address that led me to my favorite night in years. Just 7 days, and sugar's almost everywhere. It's oh so sweet, I'm almost melting on the street. And I don't know, what have you done with me, sugar girl? It's like a spell, I feel I float in caramel. Before there was a walk in pure bliss with a cotton candy kiss, and for a second my heart skipped a beat. 3 other days were spent under the sheets like an everlasting sweet. Taste my grains from the same sugar lamp. Just 7 days, and sugar's almost everywhere. It's so sweet, I'm almost melting on the street. And I don't know, what have you done with me, sugar girl? It's like a spell, I feel I float in caramel. Today's the 7th day since we first met, and I am sure I won't forget. Sugar boy, you emptied over me. For 7 days been cooking in the oven, sans but sugar sent to loving, blessed with gentle drops of warm green tea. Just 7 days, and sugar's almost everywhere. It's so sweet, I'm almost melting on the street. And I don't know, what have you done with me, sugar girl? I feel like floating caramel. I feel like float. I feel like floating caramel. I feel like float. I feel I float in caramel.